Caitlin Clark jokes about defensive focus to Fever coach. Caitlin Clark has jokes about one of her Indiana Fever coach's emphasis on defense. It's hard to poke holes in Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark's game. Despite Clark being just 23 years old, she is one of the most talented offensive weapons in all of basketball, men's or women's, when she's healthy and able to compete. The problem was that Clark couldn't keep healthy during the Fever's 2025 season, as she was limited to 13 games because of various soft tissue injuries. But this unfortunate season is now in the rearview, as No. 22 is back to full strength ahead of her third WNBA season in 2026. Clark is perhaps best known for her sharpshooting ability, particularly her penchant for excessively deep three-pointers. But those who have watched her play know that she's a generational passer and has extraordinary vision, which allows her to see passing lanes that nearly nobody else can see. However, this is not to say that Clark is the perfect basketball player. She sometimes forces things that aren't there, isn't as developed with her left hand, and isn't known for being a good defender. In fact, Clark has gotten some criticism from fans about being aloof on defense in the past, which has led to her falling asleep at that end and allowing easy baskets. It seems that she doesn't emphasize this component of her game, and this is surely to the chagrin of Brian January, the Fever's assistant coach who focuses on the team's defensive, and who was a 7-time WNBA All-Defensive Team honoree during her own WNBA career. Caitlin Clark's quip says it all about Fever coach focus. On January 16, the WNBA's Instagram account posted clips of Brian January working with young basketball players. The post was captioned, "Growing the game across the globe, former WNBA player and current at Indiana Fever assistant coach Brian January spent time with the next generation at the Edinburgh 3x3 in London." Clark reposted this on her Instagram story shortly afterward and added the caption, "I know she had these poor kids just repping defensive slides for hours of Jan_20. It sounds like Clark has some trauma about past Fever practice sessions, where January was in charge of improving their defense. January will likely spend a lot of time with Clark during the 2026 season to help her improve on that side of the court and round out the rest of her game. If Clark could become an elite defender, it would make the Fever even more formidable.